So, the other day, I was feeling really frustrated with myself. I was feeling like down on myself. I was feeling like I'm falling behind on, my school, my athletics. Um, I play basketball. I felt like I wasn't performing well. I feel like I was just kind of falling behind, and I really get frustrated with myself when I'm not performing well, when I don't understand things, when things aren't, flowing easily, and when I'm not, you know, doing everything right, because I have such a high standard that I hold for myself, and I expect so much of myself because I know that I am like potential. I do have the potential of great things. Um, so something that I struggle with a lot is self frustration, and then what comes out of that is like sort of anxiety that things are gonna go wrong, or that I'm not gonna get it right, that I'm like falling behind. That's like a really big it's a really big block for me, is when, especially like in school for example, when I don't understand, like I'm in class and I don't understand the material, and I get really frustrated with myself because I really don't like it when I don't understand something. I love to be able to, you know, dominate everything, and I love when everything comes easily to me. I mean, everybody likes that, but it seems like, especially for me, it's a big it's a big thing. Like everything has to be like easy for me. I have to get it the first time. I have to, and not with everything, but just certain things. It's like I wanna be like skilled. I wanna be good, you know. And so I get in these ruts. I'm like down on myself, and I feel like all this like frustration, and I feel anxious, and I feel like I'm not making enough progress in the areas of my life because I have these big goals, and I feel like I'm just falling behind. Feel like I'm like staying stagnant, and I'm not pushing as hard as I need to, or I could be pushing more, and I'm wasting too much time. And I'm like, I get these thoughts, and it's not healthy. I think a certain amount of that is healthy, like for you to put yourself in check, take responsibility for the situation that you put yourself in, be like, okay, I made a mistake. Okay, I don't get this right now. I'm not doing well in this. What do I need to do to fix this right now, and then get right back on track? There's a difference between that and I'm really anxious, and I'm not making enough progress, and then I start comparing myself to others, right? And then it's like, oh, they're doing all that. It's like, when am I gonna see my first success? When am I gonna start making money? You know, it was like, that's another thing. We like to compare ourselves a lot. We like to compare, because think about it, like the biology of the mind is to look for problems. Okay, like that's why, if you ever wonder why you constantly, like, your default mode is like negative thoughts, ever wonder like why you're always looking for problems, you're always seeing like the problem instead of like the bright side or whatever, it's because your mind is supposed to do that. Our mind, like 2,000 years ago, when our ancestors were like hunting in the wilderness, and we were getting chased by a saber-toothed tiger, like our mind was looking for the problem, our mind was looking for the predator, so that we could freaking run and hide, right? Like, and now the shit we deal with is like, um, got a bad grade on a test. Um, oh, those people are looking at me, and they might be talking like shit about me, right? That's the stuff that we deal with now. So our mind is always looking for problems. That's why your default mode is, oh, I suck. I'm so bad. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. Right? That's your default. And if that's your default, then like that's your life. Unfortunately. That's okay, because you realized it. You realize that the negative is your default. So now you can change your default from negative to positive. And it all starts with awareness. Like, instead of when you get those negative thoughts, you're like, wait. I don't actually believe this about myself. I know I'm intelligent. I know I'm confident. Even if you're not as much, but you just need to affirm these things, because what you say, what you think, then turns into your actions, and then that turns back into what you think and what you say and what you feel, and then it's like a positive feedback loop, right? So, actionable step here: write down one negative thought that you get about yourself, whatever it may be. Not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm too young, I don't have the opportunity, I don't have the resources, da 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 da. Write it down. Say, why did I say this to myself? Why do I think my mind brought this up? What experience might I have had in the past that caused my mind to bring this up by default? And now, what can I say about myself? What can I see in my past that completely denies this thought? Because I guarantee you there are moments in your life that you can look to as beacons of light to say, no, that's BS. That is BS. I am better than that. And you take that thought and you replace it every time. Take that thought and replace it. And that's how you change the default thoughts from negative to positive. But anyways, that's helpful. So anyways, what I was saying was, your mind is always looking for the problem in this situation. And now, if you're able to look for the positive in the situation, and you have a better outlook, it's like, as within, so without. You are aligned on the inside, you're going to start seeing more of that on the outside. So, when you're in a rut, and you get all these feelings like, oh wow, I suck, I'm feeling really anxious right now, I'm not good enough for this, I'm really angry at myself right now, I'm frustrated. It's like, okay, whoa. First of all, stop comparing yourself to others. Stop using negative self-talk to reinforce the fact, reinforce this victimhood mentality that you have, because it feels good that you can tell people, oh, my life sucks, oh my gosh, and you can and you like it because you vent. Don't lie to me, you like it. You like being a victim, because then you can tell everybody and you can have them pity you, and it's like, oh, a big pity party. Cut the shit. That's not healthy for you. Get rid of that. Get that out of your life. This victimhood mentality of, oh, they did this, they did that, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough. Like, no, you are smart enough. You are strong enough. You're here watching this video. You have the means to get it done. You're better than that. I know you are. And you know you are. So cut the BS. Stop lying to yourself. Stop putting on this victim facade. You are not a victim. You are not a victim. So when you get in these ruts, you need to realize that you are doing just fine. That this process is a part of the journey. And you know, what I found that actually took me out of those states, that took me out of frustration and anger, is just being grateful for the moment. Just being grateful and just realizing this is life. I'm supposed to be enjoying this. I'm supposed to be at peace. And I'm not supposed to be anxious and frustrated over every single little thing. I'm not supposed to be uh, angry or frustrated or regretting about what happened freaking 2 weeks ago. I'm supposed to be present in the moment, here, grateful. The present is a gift, and you have to enjoy it. Do you notice you're always the most unhappy when you're either thinking about the past or the future? Think about it. Are you ever really unhappy when you're here, present, living, and you're just enjoying, you're just fully present? You're just fully in gratitude? No. Because when you're angry, you're thinking about something that happened. When you're anxious, you're thinking about something that will happen, right? When you're fully present and when you're just grateful for the moment, you're just living life. And that's what I need you to do when you get in those ruts, when you feel really down. I'm talking about when you start having those really negative thoughts. You need to stop yourself and you say, hold on. I am not a victim. Everything is going to be just fine. I don't need to compare myself to anyone else. And I know that I'm putting in the hard work and I'm doing what I need to do to get this done. And you're grateful for the moment, you're grateful for the present, and that's it. There doesn't need to be any anxiety. There doesn't need to be any frustration, any anger, any self-hate. All you need to do is I'm letting go of all these negative emotions, and I'm fully present with my situation. And then you find things that you're grateful for in your life right now, and that immediately takes away all negative emotions. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for this house. I'm grateful for a clean bed to sleep in. And you start becoming grateful of your life right now. Because it's easy to pile up all these problems and start feeling all these terrible emotions. But when you take yourself out of that state and you give context back and you give reassurance back that this is all part of the journey and that it's all going to be okay, and you're putting in the work and you're figuring it out, right? It takes all that pain away. And you're not comparing yourself to others because you're strong in who you are and you know you're doing the right things. Free yourself from those emotions. Who was it that said it? There's this guy, his name's Dr. Joe Dispenza, but he says, free the chains of the old self and walk in to the new realm of yourself now. So free the chains of the old self and walk in to the present right now. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next.